Hi everyone, welcome. This is going to be my grayscale color along. I had a couple people request some grayscale, and so I ordered a book and it's here. And I finally picked a page and what I want to do with it, so I figured I would go ahead and get it filmed while it's nice and sunny outside and quiet in the house. For the most part, hopefully there will only be minor interruptions. This book I'm coloring out of is a new book. This is Manga Style Grayscale Coloring Book by Kevin Teo Art. So this is new on Amazon. It is $15, so a little more on the pricier side. Depends on what you're into and what you're looking for as far as if it's worth it. Lots of people, sorry if I wiggle the camera and move that cord out of the way, always ask me, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And it's really more of an opinion type thing what you're into. So there wasn't a consensus on whether we wanted to do pencil or marker, so I am going to do a little bit of both. I know it's a little early for fall, but this page had lots of great shading and lots of bright colors we can use, so I thought this would be a great start. So the first thing I am going to pull are my ARTTX skin tone markers, and I'm going to pick a light, a medium, and a dark. So I'm going to go probably, I want it fairly dark just so you guys can see it on camera. I probably wouldn't normally go as dark if it was just me coloring it. Let's see how dark these are. But I do want it to show up a little bit brighter. I like those two together. And then if you are one that does the highlighting in the cheeks and things, you will need a pink. So I'm going to use my pink as kind of my darkest color. So the first thing I'm going to do is take that pink I just showed you. I'm going to take my thin side, and I'm going to start right here where they have her cheeks outlined for us. And I'm just going to put this pink color down. I am going to go out a little further just so it will blend. But that is where her blush is going to be. I'm going to do the same thing just right here on the nose. Then I'm going to go to this side in circular motions. And these markers blend really well together, so mistakes are easy to cover up. I want them to look somewhat, and I'm going to do her lips just as a base color so that there is that pulling together factor. I think I'm just going to go ahead and fill her cheeks in a little bit. It's probably, again, I am not a professional colorist. I haven't taken any classes. I didn't go to college. It's just how I do things. I feel that's important to let everybody know so they don't think I'm giving professional advice over here. Okay, then I'm going to take my next darkest color I picked and I'm going to outline all the shadows. So everywhere this artist has already put down darker spots with the grayscale is everywhere this marker is going to go. And like I said, they blend really well, so you don't have to have any fine, perfect lines. Just lay down that color. Don't forget to use your blotter sheet, and I think my blotter sheet is one page behind. Luckily, it was skin tone on skin tone, so that doesn't matter too much. This is going to be her collarbone. If there's anywhere they didn't highlight that you feel like needs more shadow, add it. I mean, it is all about how you perceive it, how it looks to you. So right here next to the strap is going to be a shadow. Under this little guy's foot. Just going around. So I probably will have to break this video into a couple parts, but I will try to show what I can before my house gets noisy. My kids are all home for summer now, so it makes getting recording done, actually it's made getting anything done a little bit trickier. I haven't even got that many finished pages done this month. It's okay, we've done lots of adventures, so it kind of evens out. We do plan to sit down. I was supposed to sit down and get some stuff done this weekend, but it's alright. Okay. And then I'm not going to do down here on her arms yet because I haven't decided if I want that to be shirt or skin. And if you're not liking how this pink is looking, which I'm thinking it might not be pink enough now that I got my other color down. And it's going to look kind of silly at first, but it will blend. I'm just going to do a couple spots that I know myself are supposed to be around this one out. I don't want two different shapes on her cheeks. I don't want one too much higher than the other. Okay. Still looks a little off. I can fix it. Okay, and then I'm going to pull my lightest color, which was this one. I'm going to use my thick side first. Little circles. This marker is about out, but I have a backup set, so I'm just going to go ahead. And for some reason it left a funny color right there. Oh, it's the green under it. I was like, for some reason that's not the color it's supposed to be. It's just from the blotter sheet. I am trying to do small circles, but because this marker is dying. I am going to do the face, but I will probably pull a new marker for the face just because I'm really going to need to blend these pink spots in. I know they're looking really silly. Just give me 1 second to pull these markers. $3.15. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and toss that one so I don't keep mixing them up. I don't keep track of my empties or anything, so. That is that. There we go. Love a fresh new marker ready to go. I can always go back and darken these areas up if need be. Skin is sometimes a work in progress type thing. It takes a few layers and adjustments to get what you're wanting. Okay, gonna start up here. Her eyelids I will probably put makeup on, but for now I'm going to shade them the same as everything else. I'm going to make sure that pink blends real well. I probably will darken this nose a little with my other color. If I want to take some of that pink off, I can just go over it a little extra. No, this here. So I think I like that, minus I need to add a couple of the darker. Depending on the look you're going for, I might even pull wrong end. Whoa. That's better. I'm going to add my own just a little under this lip right here. I know she's going to look a little sunburnt, but with all the oranges and yellows I'm going to put in, she should even out a little bit better. Just really want to make sure I got that. I'm kind of going for a dramatic effect, so I kind of want that. And I might even darken this right here. Okay, and then back to get rid of those edges. All right. everything is blended. There's a couple of shadows I can touch up. I think for beginning stages, I like that. Okay, so there is my skin tone for now using the skin tone markers. The next thing I got to decide is, let's do eye color. Get that out of the way. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a base color. I'm going to do this light green, and this is just a Bic marker, but it works really well. We're just getting those base, something to build off of. And if I ever want to lighten it, I just take another green. I'm not lighting it a whole lot, maybe just right here. So the edges don't look so harsh. Okay, and then I'm gonna pull, what am I gonna pull? I'm gonna pull a dark green pencil. And I don't have color picks, so I'm gonna try Koh-I-Noor's in this book, just because I just got them and I haven't played with them a whole lot. We're gonna pull this right here. So I'm gonna use emerald green. I'm not gonna color the whole eye. I don't want to go over the whole thing. Just spots. And you want to kind of make sure you do the same on both sides so you don't get any kind of silly effects or anything that you weren't expecting. Okay, and then I'm going to pull a bright green. So I'm going to pull yellowish green. And then I'm going to go over the whole thing. This little bit of skin tone that bled into her eye isn't going to matter. I go over the whites of my eyes with gel pens anyway. And I'm also going to take, this is a Precision V5 RT Pilot gel pen. I honestly don't know where I got it or anything like that, because at the time I didn't think it was going to be my favorite pen, so I didn't pay attention. It was just something I grabbed because I needed a black fine liner pen. I'm going to just fix those eyes up a little bit. I want that black. I want to keep the round shape, which hopefully I'm not leaning too far in. It's kind of hard to see from here. Okay. And then I am going to just put a thin line around. Like it. Okay, this part is totally optional and up to you, and it can also be done at the end, depending on what you're wanting to do. Remember not to give that a minute to dry before you run your hand over it. I am real good at smudging things. This pen is not technically a gel pen. It does dry pretty fast, and that is a bonus for me because I will be the one to run my hand across it. I know she's gonna have a darker hair color, so I'm automatically gonna just fill her eyebrows in. And I'm gonna turn a little. Hopefully you guys can still see. I need to turn so I can get. She's gonna wear some eyeliner today. I'm going to put my eyelashes in first, and then I will fill in the rest of the line. So if you are ladies watching this and you wear eyeliner, it's the same technique. You're going to go, your blackest line is going to be right along your eyelash line. I don't wear mascara on the bottom, but for the dramatic effect of this page, she's going to. If you make a mistake like I did, smooth it out. Maybe she likes to wear her eyeliner a little thick, up to you. I'm going to leave the crease of her eyelid alone just because I'm not sure what color eyeshadow I'm going to put on her. And I don't want to use black if I end up going like yellow gold or red. Okay, same thing on this eye, following that line right above. Darken this whole thing up. So I know this probably isn't the most exciting turning for 1 second. Color along because skin and eyes take me a minute, but hopefully it's helping some of you. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry for a minute. And we're going to start with acorns while that dries. So these are Bic markers, and I absolutely love their new colors for fall. So I have Adobe Orange, and I think these are both Adobe Orange, yes. This is just a craft gear brown, nothing fancy. Same one of these is almost fit, but I'm gonna pull them, so I have them out. This is honey brown. This is the Sharpie light brown. Hopefully I'm on camera, still recording. Yes. Okay, and then I'm gonna pull Tiki Hut tan from the Bic collection. Okay, and I might not use all of these, but I like to have them laid out in front of me just so kind of when I'm looking, I can decide what I want. So, for my acorns, you can see where they have shaded, where the highlight on the acorn should be, which is super helpful. So when you're doing your acorn, you're going to want to decide your darkest color. So if I swatch these out, and pick which one looks most like the acorn color I am going for. I do like that color, but that marker is working a little funny. I don't know if I can fix that. But I do have a burnt orange in right here that will look the same. This will probably be my squirrel color. I'm hoping for a little more. So that might be where I bring pencils in. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna color all the dark spots with this. Kind of leave the highlight spots alone for now. This one's real dark. Same thing. So I am just doing an easy little base coat on the dark spots of all of them. Following whatever lines or curves the artist has already put in. Because they've already put the lines in, it's automatically going to be darker anyway when your marker goes on. Thinking I got everybody here. Nope. Okay. And then I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to actually double check this first. I like this brown, or if I like this brown, or if I like either. I like this one. Okay, so we're going to kind of give this a little dulling down. these ones. That one little white spot caught my eye right after I moved over. I don't like it. Okay, hopefully that's laying flat enough you guys can see. Okay. And then this part is up to you, and you can pull a brown or an orange, whatever. I'm just gonna add a little orange over the top of everything. I'm not pressing hard, I'm not really burnishing. I am just kind of tinting the browns I already put down with this color. That way when I pull this color in later on for a leaf or something, it's kind of already in here. Okay, I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pause, and I'm going to pull my squirrel colors, so give me one moment. Alright, here we go. Usually I would pick my colors on camera so you can kind of see what I'm doing, but I had pencils everywhere because I have multiple projects going on. This month has been a whip month for me, so I've started lots of awesome pictures and have finished nothing, so my supplies are everywhere. I'm going to pull these colors out of the Koh-I-Noor in one Prisma. So I got Orange Mineral in Prisma. I have Burnt Ochre, Orange, and Indian Red out of my Koh-I-Noor set. And then I have Harvest Orange out of my Bix. So I am going to just put in my Harvest Orange as my base coat. I am going to avoid the lighter spots. So this is kind of my darker areas. Okay, going in right here, because I do want him to keep his highlights that are provided. Okay, I'm going to go a little around his nose. His foot is dark. I'll probably do just so it doesn't blend in with what's behind it. Oh, this is dark. For this part of the project, you are going to want sharp pencils, just because fur will work out better that way. I am not going for realistic fur, if that is something you are looking for. Still working on that myself. But I am going to give him a little bit of texture. Okay, so just kind of letting the marker make its own lines there, following it. Oh my goodness, I think my kids are arguing. I might have to go referee. I knew it was too quiet for too long to be good. One second. Alright, so all I did was go back and add a little layer of the Adobe Orange just to give him some darker spots and keep that squirrely orange color. And then this is where my pencil work is going to come in handy. So I'm going to take probably my darkest color to start with. And I'm just going to add little streaks. Keeping with the shape of the lines provided, if possible. Going a little wild there. I am going to have to pull a darker brown. I'll tell you that right now. I can see it. I will add some white gel pen also. So let me grab a darker brown. Sharpen. Okay, so yep, I'm gonna go right where I can see the lines are the darkest and fill in. inwards toward the center of the tail. Okay, I'm going to put my streaks in. And I know they look wild right now, but they'll even out, I promise. So I'm just going to fill in these because they're going to be dark. And my nose, and I'll probably give him a brown nose. I don't really want to give him a black nose. Just because I'm not using a lot of black in my picture, and I don't want his nose to be like the only thing that stands out. And then right here along her shadow lines. Okay, those are leaves, so I'm not going to touch those. And I add a little wild hairs right here. Turn it down, please. Okay, I'm going to take my lightest orange, kind of work in opposite ends here. Same, just streaking, kind of filling in the gaps. I am going to use a blending solution, so I don't need a perfect thick layer. I do kind of want to keep the same strokes. Okay, right here, just filling in, so he's going to be orange. I do want this bright orange around his eye. Okay, adding a little brown. Just because. Okay, blending that nose. I think that's gonna do for him until I blend him with the blending solution. Actually, these pencils really like this paper, so I might not even have to blend him. I can get some of my wild spots tamed here. So with these pencils, they are a harder lead. They are harder than Prisma, but they do blend beautifully. So I am pushing really hard, and my lead isn't breaking, but I am kind of burnishing all in one motion, so they will make that deep feel. I'm going to even out my wild spots right here where my marker bled out a little. I do struggle a little bit with the bleed out on markers on this paper. But that is going to be my squirrel. I might, nope, I think I'm going to leave it just like that, minus a couple. I'm going to put a highlight on his nose, maybe just a couple white streaks here and there. I don't know if you've ever looked at a squirrel up close, but they do have some, just a little bit of touch of white on them. Those are wild looking. Follow the eyebrow lines. A couple of his hairs up here are going to be white. And it works even better if the gel pen skips, because it just gives that natural. If you don't like it, you just run your finger over it and it erases. Okay, so that is going to be my squirrel. So I'm going to call this part 1 for now, just because my kids are starting to get a little wild. I will do a part 2 with the background and the leaves if anyone is interested, so please let me know, and I thank you for watching. Hope to see you next video.